Hey you guys, so in this video I will simply be tapping and scratching on this amazing piece of plastic. It's just got so much texture and I just love the sounds this makes. This was the container that some breadsticks came in, and once I finished them I noticed the kind of circular bits here, and they have like a really unique sound when I'm tapping on them. And so this is the inside of the container, and so the circles make a whole new sound because here it's like indented on the sides of the great ridges. This is one of those items that like I've already filmed 2 videos with it. Like it was one item in I think the all scratching video recently, and then I did one video just this item, the no talking version, and now this talking version. So it's like actually 4 videos, but I can't throw it away. It's like it feels too valuable for ASMR to throw away. Eventually I probably will have to, but it's just sitting there. I can't get rid of it, even though it's just like the container for breadsticks. So the breadsticks came like they're like the kind of breadsticks that are like hard, not like the soft ones at Olive Garden or something, like the kind of hard breadsticks, they're crunchy. And then there's like a plastic wrap that they cover them with. And they were delicious. I dipped them in peanut butter and sometimes ate them with a bit of cheese as well. But they don't have them all the time at the store that I go to, the grocery store. So I'm looking forward to when they have them again. So do you hear like just this bit of like I'm not doing it yet. When I start to tap there's like this almost this high-pitched sound that comes out of the tapping on these circles. When I hear it, I'll go ahead and mention it. It's like ASMR magic for me. I just love this thing. It's funny, it kind of has like a bit of the look of like a Lego actually, with the little circles on top like that. But it's a thin plastic, sturdy but thin, especially on the parts that are the circles. It's very thin there. I really like the sound of like the palm of my hand kind of rubbing against the side of that. It actually felt really nice too. It was like a little hand tickle feeling. So I just put a post on the community tab asking for your travel questions, because I have received so many recently, but they're like all in different videos and such. So I just asked if you guys wanted to ask any travel questions to ask in the comments of that post, and I will do a travel Q&A for you guys. So if you didn't see the post, go ahead and check out the community tab on my page and you can see it there and ask your question there if you have any. Also, I haven't mentioned Instagram for a while, but feel free to come hang out with me on Instagram. I usually just post like stories here and there of different things. Lately it's been like funny things in Egypt. But yeah, I'd love to have you over there as well. Sometimes I ask questions there too. That's why I thought of it, but I hadn't posted in the community tab for a while because I'm always posting on Instagram. So, and on Patreon actually. I usually post on those two places, but I wanted to make sure that anybody not on those platforms could ask the questions. So there's this really funny thing I've noticed at the place that I'm living, and it's that like from about 6 p.m. to like 1 a.m. is when like lots of like hammering and construction starts taking place in this building. Like maybe certain apartments are under construction or something like that. But I found it really funny that it's like, 12 a.m. and there's like all this hammering going on, and it's super normal here in this neighborhood. And like at the place I stayed first, all the construction sounds were like from maybe 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. or something like that. So yeah, it's really kind of funny. I mean, because I'm up at that time because of ASMR, like filming videos and things like that. I'm up quite late, and I noticed that. I don't know if maybe it's because right now it's Ramadan here, and so actually 6 p.m. approximately is when people break their fast each day and eat a meal. So my current working theory is that after they eat, then they have the energy to do their work, because like they're fasting from food and water or drink the entire day, and so you don't have much energy, and so I'm wondering if maybe after they eat, then they go and they do their work or something. Someone from Egypt, if you have any insight into that, that's my theory at the moment. Or maybe that's just how it is all the time in this building. I will say that in Egypt and usually throughout the Middle East, life just happens a lot at night. Like in the evening, people are awake very late, kids are awake very late, like everybody's awake. There's a lot of nightlife, especially in comparison to like Western culture in the US even specifically. Like kids go to sleep in the US at like 7, 8 p.m. max. Here kids will be up until midnight, no problem, and just doing their thing with everybody else. So also it could just be that that's just a normal time to do construction. But it's just sort of funny to me. There's like hammering going on and like no one has a problem with it. It's like midnight, almost 1 a.m. just hammering away. It's sort of funny, like over the years of being in Egyptian culture, even in the US, with lots of Egyptian family members and such, we would be on trips together. And I remember many times that we're like driving somewhere, because like in the evening you go and do an activity, but it's like 10 p.m. and you're going to do the activity. That's definitely my bedtime normally. So I'm like literally, I remember one time completely like falling asleep in the car on the way, like on the shoulders of the people around me. And the kids, we had 2 kids in the car with us that were probably maybe 6 years old. they happen to be twins as well, different group of people, but they're twin girls. And they were just full energy, fully awake, fully playing, no problem. And I'm like having the hardest time staying awake. And everybody's like laughing at me because it's like this is their normal time to be going to do an activity. And I'm like, what? I'm so tired. Is there a bed nearby? We were looking for some place that we were going to go hang out, and I remember this music was playing on repeat, and it was a really funny like Egyptian song that we were all kind of laughing at, and it was on repeat, and we couldn't find the place that we were looking for like quite some time. I think we were driving for maybe 45 minutes in circles trying to find this place, and this song was on repeat. It ended up being quite a funny situation because I'm trying to stay awake, the kids are dancing around, and we're all in this van together, and we all have very vivid memories of that van ride. I, on the other hand, my memories are very foggy because I was falling asleep the whole time. That's what it was. The little girls kept asking, why is she falling asleep? Why is she asleep? What's happening to her? They're like, they didn't understand, like, what's wrong with her? Isn't this when everybody's awake? I just love the sounds of these ripples on the side. I don't know what to call them, like ridges here. So the other thing I've been trying to figure out in this apartment is the washing machine. It's very common to have a washing machine, but no dryer in Egypt. So usually you'll dry your clothes on the balcony on like clotheslines. But with the washing machine, like I've done it probably 3 times now, and every single time it takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to push start on the washing machine. I know that sounds funny, but like it really takes me that long because there's like all these buttons and pictures with them, but like the simplest thing, like typically in the US I would just turn the dial to like the setting I want and push start. That definitely doesn't work on this washing machine, and so I found myself like the first time just kind of like rummaging around, like trying to find which button might be like the magic button that helps start the thing, but like just nothing was working. So I found myself just like randomly pushing buttons. There's a lot of buttons, and so I'm just like pushing away and just kind of hoping that some kind of pattern that I do unintentionally will magically start it. And every time it does eventually work. So I don't know what I've done that started it, but it does usually start. Like I said, it's 15 to 20 minutes of pushing buttons, you know, worth it. Because when I was in India, I had to wash my own clothes by hand. So, you know, 15 minutes of pushing buttons seems very, very easy in comparison to actually washing them by hand every time. Especially because of having nails. I was worried the first time it wouldn't start. Like, oh no, am I going to have to wash my clothes again? It's going to be more hard because of my nails, and I don't want to like mess with them. But it eventually did start. And then I have the exact same problem when the clothes are finished. The door will not open to the washing machine. And it usually, I'm not joking, takes me about, again, 15 minutes, sometimes longer on this one. Sometimes I just have to like leave it for an hour, come back and see if I can get it to open. The door won't open, and it's not because the door's stuck, it's because I'm supposed to push something, or you know, there's some sort of button I need to push for it to open, or some magic code. I don't know what it is. Every time I go through this process, both starting it and then just simply opening the door to get the clothes. And now I've had to, 2 of the 3 times, re-wash the clothes so that when they're done, the door will open. I don't know if it's like you have to open it within, you know, a short time when it finishes, and if you don't, it locks. I've no idea. If anybody has any insight into this washing machine, your advice is so welcome in the comments. You let me know if there's something you know that I don't, because yeah, it makes the washing process a bit longer. And yeah, I can't figure it out. So actually, I was pushing the buttons the other day, and I was like, you know, I should film this. 15 minutes of pushing buttons is like ASMR. So I started to film it, but there were some loud noises outside, so I couldn't like use the footage really. But like maybe next time, that's actually not a bad idea. Maybe next time I do my laundry, I'll just go ahead and film pushing the buttons until it starts, because we get ASMR and tingles from it, and I have to do it anyway, and you might get a laugh out of it because it's legitimately how long it takes. And maybe some of you would be able to help me and look and say, you're supposed to do this, silly. I just have no idea, can't figure it out. The other night I actually ended up hanging my clothes after midnight because of how long it took just to open the washing machine. That was one of the times when it wouldn't open at like 6 p.m. They finished. I wanted to go hang them, but it would not open. And like, long story short, it wasn't until like 10:30 p.m. when I had the time to push more buttons and see if it would open. It would not, so I repeated the wash. It finally did open after the second wash, and I was hanging clothes at, you know, midnight outside. Okay, so we are actually near the end of the video. So thank you for listening to my stories. And if you've made it this far, let's go ahead and put an emoji in the comment section. Let's do the little monkey that's like covering its eyes. Let's do that one. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.